Whiskey Website Wednesdays, episode 3. You guys want to say hello?
So there's a person hiding behind the box. He's a dear friend of mine. He's a person that will be running for the next election, Mr. Nish.
Talk louder.
Can you hear me? Hello? I don't know if I'm live right now. Can you guys see Nish? Hello? Can I see my face? I can't see my face?
We can't see anything.
Sorry, technical difficulties right now. Oh, well, America is having technical... I'm sorry, I'm off topic already. Well, this is Nish. He's going to be talking to him. I'm not going to say anything. So screw it. That's fine. Here, take over.
All right, guys. Let's start with introducing Anish. He is the co-founder of our companies. Welcome.
Thank you.
You look so enthusiastic to be here.
I'm so enthused.
We coerced him with our whiskey of the day, which it's a Scotch whiskey blend. What we want to tell you guys, though, is we're doing like a mix of Scotch whiskeys, straight whiskeys, whatever. We're going in the whole whiskey family. So it's not just straight whiskey. Today we have Johnnie Walker Double Black, which I heard is good. I've never tried it.
You never tried it? Really?
No. Are we doing strong shots there? I think it's.
I know about you
today.
guys. I'm gonna need a lot of shots. Most of you guys have a hangover of a different type today, especially our neighbors down south. So we were deciding if we were gonna do this or not, or if we're gonna actually like say anything about anything else. But hey, the world is what it is, and I just hijacked this stream. We're gonna talk politics at one point or another. But originally, and what we will talk about first, was networking. Networking is super important in any which way, and the king
Of networking.
is right here with us. Well, he's close to the king. I'm just saying.
And the reason why we wanted to talk about networking was because we are hosting an event next week. Oh, we're cheersing now. Cheers. So much better than drinks. They're not even the same family, but whatever. Anyways, we are hosting an event next week. We have a company called The Hip House, and to talk about it further will be Anish. What's going on next week?
We are partnered up with Movember. We're throwing, I don't even know how many events we've thrown now, but probably over our 30th event. And we've partnered up with Movember to throw these events and possibly become our charity of choice going forward. So key things to know is at the event you could donate towards the cause being mental health and men's health and mental health and all of these great
So I'm just
things.
gonna time him out for 1 second. We're definitely gonna need some help with mental health in the next 4 years. But go on.
Yeah, myself especially. But yeah, so Movember is a great cause for men's health. In general, I said mental health, but I don't know why I said mental health. But
Tell us a little bit more about Hip House itself, like the networking. Like, you know, how did you get this start? Actually, no. Let's start with why. Why did you start a networking event?
okay, well, about 4 years ago, my business partner and I, his name is Haran, I haven't met him. What we decided to do during our early stages of business was to go out and actually network. Something we found very quickly is that not a lot of them were very good. They were all on the smaller scale, maybe 12 to 40 people.
Yeah.
And the quality of the people that were coming out they weren't people that we would be able to do business with. Whether it was there were many different factors involved, but basically what was going on.
What I'll kind of interject and say is that you couldn't connect.
Yeah,
There was a disconnect, at least in some levels.
There was a disconnect in terms of age.
Yeah,
There was a
that's what I
disconnect.
mean. Like age and like, you know, some people not wanting you to get in the door. You know,
Exactly.
It's like, why are you here? You're so young.
Exactly.
Like, I'm 50. I'm savage. I don't want to talk to you. But the thing is, we need a place to.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think that was our major concern,
Yeah.
is that the older generation, not to say anything bad about them, but what was happening was when we did go to these networking events, the older generation would sort of look at us and be like, "Oh, you own a business. That's cute." And so, long story short, we sort of got tired of it and eventually started the Hip House. And May of 2014 is when we started the Hip House. We throw an event month after month, every single month, once a month, on the third Wednesday of every month.
Same month, one more time.
Yeah.
It's a challenge. He won the challenge.
I drink whiskey every month. There, done. But basically, it's a very general event. We don't do anything crazy. We don't do any seminars, no guest speakers, none of that stuff. It is, you come in through the door, expect to be surrounded with about I would say 300 to 500 people at one point in time. Not everyone stays for the whole thing, so you can expect people to come and go as they please.
I think I remember like your numbers like 2 events ago was like about 1,200 altogether, right?
Yeah, so the 1,200 number, it was actually closer to 1,500,
Oh,
but the 1,500 number is never actually 1,500 in the room all at
Yeah.
once. So you don't need to get scared or anything like that. At most, you're looking at about 500 people at
At
once.
one time.
At one time, yeah.
And these are people from all different industries, all different age groups, so it's like you never know who you're going to meet, and it's a pretty exciting time for all of us here that organize it. And we've met some really interesting people. It's
Make sure you guys come out.
Yeah.
You'll get to see minor internet celebrities and this one guy with the box on his head and that guy. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
And what's going to be happening next week with Movember being there?
So again, you're going to be able to donate money to the cause. Something that we're doing right at Bloke is we will have a few barbers, local barbers, that have volunteered their time to come out and give free, basically shaves and stuff like that to men that want to donate. And it's just, again, a way for men to get noticed, and the cause to be noticed, right? So, like, for example, I probably won't shave my beard, I'll be honest,
I get it.
but neither would you.
It's true, but the thing I like about Movember this year, and like recently what they've done is they have more challenges. Like the challenge I'm doing is the movement challenge. So I set my goal as I want to do 30 workouts in the month, more, and like try to keep more of an eye on my health than usual, which is a way to encourage people to donate for me. And the other thing is, I don't know if I mentioned or not, at one point this month I'm gonna do something crazy in public. It's just gonna be embarrassing, and if I raise enough money, I will do it. So you guys donate, Jeff Beverly, by me, or just check out our page. We'll post a link.
Okay,
If you want some crazy shit? It's me.
how's this? If we gather $5,000 in donations,
I'll do some crazy stuff.
I will shave my beard, and for the rest of the month,
Woo!
I will rock a mohawk.
No way!
Alright? So I'll do that.
Please do it!
$5,000.
4,000 right now, please, someone
All
do
right.
this.
Alright?
It's
So
worth
we're-
it. I've
just-
never seen him without a
just
beard.
to put it out,
I've seen a while.
Just to put it out there, our goal is actually $10,000,
Yeah.
but if we hit 50% of that, I will shave my beard
He
and
will
I'll
shave
rock a
his
mo
beard.
for the Mo brothers and Mo sisters there at Movember, and I'll do that for the rest of the month.
Okay, guys, once this live stream is ended, we're going to put the link to our Mo space so that you guys can donate, and we want to reach this goal because we need to see that beard shaved. Also, Mo Sisters, you definitely have to come out as well and support us. It's not just for men. We are fundraising as well. I have my own space. I'm raising funds as well. It's going to be a great time for women to support men's health. It's a very good cause. So, and we just want to see him shave his beard.
Plus,
so.
you might get to see this guy run around like Square One wearing something ridiculous. If you give me specifically enough money, and I'm selfish.
Ooh,
Look at that! Look at that! Look at that!
it's so well placed, suited and booted.
So suited. No, legit though. Like it no longer matters about me. I want the 5,000 for that.
Good.
Dear God. He just threw down the gauntlet. You guys need to do this.
This is a double
We need,
good
we,
cause.
we need happiness in our life. Right now, so
Absolutely.
please.
Yeah, oddly enough, people don't like my beard, but
What? I love you, bro.
only you like the beard because you have a beard.
I feel like the third wheel in this moment. This is awkward.
Yeah, romance at its finest. Cheers.
It's really awkward. Anything you guys? Any
About
other things you want
networking.
to say about networking?
I mean, how about we give them some tips? I mean, do you have some tips that you would like to tell people on an individual level for networking? Other than the gum thing.
The gum thing. There's like many different tips. One of the ideas that have been brought up, like in the office that we've been talking about a lot, is networking to connect rather than networking to just get new clients. So it's more about networking to build those relationships rather than seeing how many people and can become clients. So we will talk about this a little bit more next week, the day of Hip House, which actually coincides on the Wednesday that we're hosting the Hip House, so it'll be awesome. But maybe I'll share some of those tips then, I guess. Yeah, I'll
sounds
talk
good.
about them. Yeah. Anything else? About Hip House?
About Hip House? Not really. But as you said, there are fun things that we're doing at the event for the Mo sisters involved and those who are donating. A big thank you, first of all. Right?
Yes.
And hope to see you at the next event.
Yeah, it'll be a good time.
Thanks a lot, Nish.
All right, cool. I've got other stuff to do, so I'll leave you guys to it.
Enjoy the whiskey, though.
All right, will do.
All right. It's time to get down to business.
All right, crowd. We're gonna get a little bit more intimate.
They can't hear you when you whisper, you know that, right?
I thought when I whispered, they just heard me.
No,
on a
it just
better
gets
level.
creepy. Stop whispering. All right. Back to the subject at hand. Now that we talked about networking, we can talk about
First,
this
let me just
whiskey.
plug this one. Johnnie Walker Double Black.
Good.
Yeah, it's not Drake. Johnny did it better.
Johnny did it better than Drake. Sorry, Drake.
Jake, we need to document. I still told you, like, call me. You know.
Maybe we'll like create some blended ways to drink the whiskey. I don't know. Whatever.
Someone
Anyways.
told me to drink the Virginia Black on ice though, like a lot of ice, and apparently it improves the flavor.
We should get some ice trays. Huh.
Yeah, we might have to.
All right, so we've talked about Hip House, talked about networking. Let's talk about your Snapchat updates.
Okay,
Let's
I
talk
thought you were
about
gonna talk about the gorilla in the room, but go the elephant in the room.
No,
go.
let's talk about 2 updates of the week for Snapchat. If you have not already updated your Snapchat, there are 2 reasons why you should.
Yeah, what is it?
One, they are doing world lenses now. So basically, they aren't, the lenses don't just recognize faces, they recognize kind of your surroundings. So yesterday, I was snapping around the office and making it snow in the office, which is dope. There's a flashlight one, there's one where butterflies are flying around, it's dope. But if you download it, there's a second hidden feature where you can send snaps on someone else's snap stories to your friends. Now, I was thinking about this.
Wait, what?
So you can scroll through your Snapchat
Yeah.
and you can look at someone's story and send it to another friend
That doesn't have that person on their snap?
that either does or doesn't. So this is my thing. If they don't have it on
Isn't-
Snapchat, this is going to create some sort of beef, maybe.
Wasn't that the whole point though? Like to keep it only to the people you know?
Yeah, I don't know. See, I don't know the
Like, going away
restrictions
from their party
between.
line?
But if you can send it to people that aren't on your friends list and that you're just sending to be like, ha ha ha, look at her lipstick or whatever.
Of course, lipstick came up. Clearly,
Sorry.
this was already a conversation last night.
But like, I don't know.
I
I
thought
don't know how to feel
that
about
defeats the whole purpose.
I think I have to test this feature out a little bit more.
Maybe
but you
people
can.
now it's gonna. Are there like private settings now and stuff like that? Maybe.
I don't know. I think I have to explore it a little bit more. But you can test out the feature yourself. Let me know what you guys think. I was a little apprehensive at first to send other people's snap stories to.
I mean, give us some feedback. you know,
Yeah.
what you guys think of.
But the world
Snapchat.
lenses are cool. I like the world lenses.
Could
Have you tried it?
no, I don't.
Okay.
Someone was saying augmented reality, and all I thought about was Pokemon Go. So
Does anyone still use Pokemon Go?
I kind of died out.
Yeah.
I actually asked one of my group chats, which actually was a Pokemon Go group chat. Yes, I'm there. Okay. And I asked him, like, does anyone play this in a minute? Nah, none of them have played it in a few weeks, actually.
So that was definitely a fad. That was kind of like a Candy Crush fad that just happened. There.
I think they're apparently rolling out some changes that might get a few people back, but I think they've plateaued out. They might
Yeah.
be draining out.
All right. Well, those are my 2 quick Snapchat updates. Talking about that was like the little bit of marketing that I guess we'll talk about for today because, yo, America, what happened?
The elephant in the room, or apparently the gorilla in the room, because 15,000 people wasted their time voting for a dead gorilla.
15,000.
15,000 people stood in a line, went in, and wrote in Harambe.
Actually?
Yeah, actually, 15,000.
Why didn't I hear about that?
15,000.
Wow.
You
You
knew
wasted
this was one of the.
15,000 votes.
You knew this was. I mean, mind you, in the grand scheme of things, maybe it might not have made a difference, but it's on a principle. Like you had one of the most divisive elections of all time, and you did it for me.
And as Canadians, we're a little shocked, America.
Shocked would be an understatement.
We're speechless.
The amount of conversations I've had about politics over the last few days, and mind you, that's also an indictment on us. Like we kind of care only when the election comes around, and then when it's not, it's out of sight, out of mind, right? But I think this one was a little different.
It does affect us, though, doesn't it?
American politics in general affects us.
Mm-hmm.
I think the scary part about this one was the way it went about, like the amount of hatred that came up.
Yeah.
People. We won't get too deep into policies here because I mean I think this is the wrong place, but it's a scary place. I think both candidates weren't the greatest. They weren't the right people for the job, but we had to choose one, or not we, our neighbors did.
Yeah.
But it affects us. I mean, what were you thinking last night? Because my WhatsApp was going bananas. Literally, my fantasy basketball group was talking sheer politics.
Mm-hmm.
There was not an ounce of basketball spoken there, except for like the one time we're like, well, in good news, all the basketball players are coming to Toronto Raptors, so welcome to the next super team. They are. Norman Powell was like, he put the Canadian flag, and I think he said forever or something like that.
Forever
like,
Canadian?
I'm like, yo, you know what, Norman Powell, I love you. Pat Patterson was like dual citizenship. But yeah, what were you thinking last night?
I was basically scrolling through Twitter the entire time because it was basically a Twitter election, this entire campaign rally, I guess. And
Did you watch
Twitter was going on.
CNN? What was that? What's his name? Van Jones?
Von Jones.
Yeah, so I think he put it really succinctly, and I actually thought of you at that moment. He was like, I think he was saying the mediums, like whichever politician understands the medium wins. Mm-hmm. So in the time of FDR, like he wasn't getting a lot of support, but he understood radio. Yeah. He won. JFK's time, he wasn't getting support at the beginning, but he understood television. Mm-hmm. He won. Obama, at the beginning, he wasn't getting that much traction. He understood the internet. Okay. He won. And in this age, social media. This was the social media election, and I mean, Donald Trump was a walking meme. Everyone was literally, there was memes about having memes ready. Like, people were like, I have 2 folders of memes. Like, if Hillary wins, if Trump wins. I think we made this a little too late, though.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say. There was, like, Orange is the New Black memes and, like, very controversial stuff that you're just like, what? There was one tweet today, actually, that I showed it to you earlier, but it actually just, like, opened my eyes to be like, whoa, America, and I'll read it to you guys. This girl said, my 17-year-old cousin on her way to school. A group of white girls from her class tell her, shouldn't you sit in the back of the bus today? Really, America? We're going to go, like, why? What? Like,
I think the only problem with this was it brought out the ugly side.
It did.
And I have a friend who's very outspoken about these kind of things, and she had very succinctly put it, and she was like, well, at least one benefit out of this is the wolf is out of the sheep's clothing. Because, like, now, like, for the last 8 years, all we heard was post-racial America.
Yeah.
But it's a lie. This is not post-racial. This is very racial. I mean, I think the one tweet or the one set of tweets that broke my heart was, apparently in Manhattan at a Trump rally, people were chanting, thousands were chanting, we hate Muslims, we hate blacks, we want our great country back. I don't care if that's the only 1,000 people in America that think that. It's scary that people think they can say that. But at the same time, is it better that it's all open so we know that it's still there so we can actually solve the problem? Is
think
it better?
I think coming from like because we live in such a diverse country in Canada, and we like walk down the block. My neighbors are all different countries, all different religions, whatever. We respect each other, and I mean we don't say like, oh, look at that Muslim over there, blah blah blah. Like, there's no need for it. I'm not judging you because you're Muslim. Like, there's no need for that kind of judgment, and it just shows the types of prejudices that are there. I'm actually going to New York next month, so
It's gonna be fun. I've been in the States. It's not always the most pleasant, depending on the area. Mind you, this is not an indictment on all of
No.
America, but at the same time, like I have friends who are on Twitter and Facebook ranting and screaming, saying, "Hey, like oh my God, Trump."
yeah.
Someone voted for him. I mean, over 50%, or a lot of you voted for him. It wasn't like it was a small amount. You were like, oh, how did you guys think that? No, a lot of people voted for Donald Trump. So this represent this. We went from the first black president to the first president who, endorsed by the KKK and orange president. I guess that's an achievement.
Well,
One
either
thing's
way.
for sure, though, I believe anything the Simpsons say from now on. Simpsons called this in 2000. In 2000.
Was it Lisa Simpson's going to be president in 2020?
I hope so.
People are voting for either Lisa Simpson or Kanye West. So who do you think is going to be the 2020 president?
I'm sure if Kanye is going, Taylor Swift will go. Just out of respect.
Well,
She'll be the.
all right. Well, just as we wrap up this quick session of Whiskey Website Wednesdays, we want to say to our American friends, the friends that are just like stuck in between a rock and a hard place, like, you guys are welcome here, sort of.
I'm sort of, because
Sort of.
you guys did this.
Yeah.
So, if you're coming here, remember you're coming into our country. This is not invading. 'Cause you guys do that to other countries.
Our
No.
immigration website is down, so
Yeah,
I'm not sure
apparently.
how
How many
fast.
times? It went down like multiple times last night.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys will be able to get here like soon enough or whatever, but
But please just do what Stephen Colbert said. Find a Democrat, hug him. Find a Republican, like shake his hand, kiss him. It doesn't
Be
matter.
nice,
Like,
man.
This was the most brutal election I've watched of your elections. This wasn't good for that country. You guys need to start healing immediately.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to say, but at the end of the day, it happened. We gotta fix we have to fix the world at this point.
Yeah.
'Cause
It's a
this
human
happened.
thing.
Yeah, it's a human thing.
Yeah.
But
all right. Well,
viewers, sorry for getting serious. I'm definitely gonna need more of these.
yeah, we need a little bit more of a stiff one. Stiff. All right then.
All right,
A stiff drink. Thank you guys for whoever tuned in. We can't even see right now if anyone's tuned in, but thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any comments, leave them below. We will link our MoSpace for our team, our Hip House team for Movember. We'll also link the registration for our networking event. It's a free event. You have nothing to lose, and you only have everything to gain by gaining time, confidence, and growing network. I just pulled that out of.
No,
That makes sense.
exactly what she said. Continue networking, whether it be our events or any other event. Networking is key. The more people you know, the better it is for your business or whatever you're doing.
Americans network with Canadians. So
Everyone.
that we
Let's
be
all
friends.
network. Find a way to find people and better yourself. At the end of the day, I think the lesson we should learn now is to find the best version of ourselves and let it out, because the worst version is about to be president. God bless America. God bless the world, and screw it. I love Canada. Peace.
Bye, guys.